South Belgrave. Football is the game we play. We will keep on fighting back for the red, white and the black till we see the flag flying down our way. Cheers boys, cheers, we're from South Belgrave. Football is the game we play. We will keep on fighting back for the red, white and the black till we see the flag flying down our way. Down our way.
Right, I think it's 5 bucks if you run down, take you out in the start.
Welcome to Pink's Reserve for the Division 1 2025 Reserves Grand Final. It is Park Orchards taking on South Belgrave for the Division 1 Reserves Premiership, which is out on the ground at the moment. Looking forward to this one. I'm right along with Jared Beanland. Big afternoon ahead. We've got the two sides playing today, also playing in the Senior Grand Final. So certainly the crowd will be plenty of red, white and black because they're both red, white and black.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a fascinating day. I'm already a great start to it. I wandered in, I heard the tones of Eagle Rock and told me that Beaconsfield had won the under-19s game. So congratulations to the Eagles. Obviously a relatively new team to the EFNL, so it's great to see them have some success, even in a lower age bracket. But now we turn our attention to the two clashes between the South Belgrave and Park Orchard sides, reserves and seniors both. It's going to be a fascinating game here to sort of see who missed out on making the senior side for the big clash later today at 2:20 p.m. because we do have some names listed in the reserves that I recognise. Phil Costa is one for South Belgrave that I've commentated across the years. We also do have Neil Swithoff. I believe he played most of the season. Got very unfortunate to get demoted to the twos on the big day. Tyler Prunty, Ben Panzer. There's a lot here for Park Orchards. Jacob Vipond as well, who have played plenty of senior footy. And it is going to be interesting to see how they are able to take on South Belgrave. It sort of speaks to a healthy list, doesn't it, Ryan? For Park Orchards, not many injuries. It must be the case.
Well, they are in, and we'll talk a bit about that when we get to the senior game as well. They're in a very good position. Compare that to last year, where they had a couple of players a little bit underdone. It's sort of the other way around. In terms of this game, yeah, you're right. There's plenty of experienced players on both sides, so it's going to be fascinating to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. As I flick through my pages just to sort of make sure that I've got the season record on correct. So round one.
Well, this is sure to be a great game between the two heavyweights. On behalf of the Eastern Football Netball League, welcome to Pink's Reserve for today's Eastland Division 1 Reserves Grand Final between Park Orchards and South Belgrave. Congratulations and best of luck to both competing sides today. Officiating umpires for today's match are field umpires Trav Hillier, Lockie Hurren and Harvey Lanigan. Our boundary umpires Zach Molinaro and Tom Anderson, and our goal umpires Mark Skipper and Sean Lowe, and our emergency Jeremy Bell. I would ask now all to be upstanding with the players and umpires for the Australian National Anthem. Best of luck to both teams, and of course, may the best team win.
There you have it. We're all set to go for the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for 2025. South Belgrave and Park Orchards, both sides making their way into their final address and then into their positions as we get ready to go for this big Division 1 Grand Final. Always my favourite part, hearing the anthem and seeing both sides line up. Obviously, from a coaching point of view, there's not much more you can do.
Yep.
It's up to the 22 players on the ground that can make an impact for you.
Absolutely. It's all the hard work across however many weeks since the start of pre-season, and all the hard-fought games, of course. Plenty of hard-fought games for the Sharks in this reserves grade division. They won 16. Lost 0 throughout the home and away season. South Belgrave, in the meantime, they had a record of 12-4. They finished second, so the first and second teams go at it, just like they will later today. The record stands at Park Orchards in round 1 defeated South Belgrave 61-51. Then again in round 10, 91-61, and then the second semi-final, the Sharks bested the Saints by a smaller margin, 47-41. So the Saints, they are sort of they did get closer during that second semi-final, but we will see whether or not they can close that distance and overcome the Sharks today.
Well, that under-19s grand final, similar story where Beaconsfield lost to Park Orchards on 3 attempts, including a second semi by 40 points, and then today played a really, really strong game on grand final day and got the premiership. So It all comes down to this day, and it's been the theme of this season. Upsets in grand final day. The side who's qualified second on most attempts have actually won the grand final. So we'll see how that plays out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a discussion for another time, but perhaps something about the week off.
Yeah, it's a good talking point. Is we're ready to go for the first bounce here at Pinks Reserve. Park Orchards versus South Belgrave. Both sides set to meet in the senior game after this one as Park Orchards get the ball moving forward. Trembath involved. They go forward. Can they get the first of the day in the first minute of the game? Bouncing out of bounds, so we'll get a boundary throw in, but a quick forward 50 entry for the Sharks.
That's some dangerous ball movement right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a big strength of theirs across the year. A lot of depth at this club. Clearing kick there from Costa. Back out of their back half. Trying to trap that one this time. Couldn't quite do so. The handball over the top from Hetherington. Towards the far side. And over it goes.
You see that too? There's another. There's a number 10 out there.
I know that threw me. We'll get that. We don't get BT Tennant on the case of that one.
Yeah, beautiful. Hopefully Blake can sort that one out for us. Back into play we go. Whit off. The ruckman for Park Orchards. Sort of evens the contest there, but the Sharks will get the clearance. Good punch by Trembath. Bit of volleyball happening. Oh, they've got a head of steam up. The handball comes to Bellinger. Passed it off. Oh, brilliant. Potentially goal-saving tackle on Vogt. Not even a tackle, just a little shove. And Costa earns the free kick. Vogt nearly snared the first one for the Sharks. Contest on this near side. Shoved over the boundary line. Ball player both. We'll witness the throw in very close at hand here. We've got a 38 for South Belgrave out there as well that we do not have on our team sheet. Now, Lorb taking it away. He's very distinctive out there as Lorb sends it inside forward 50 for the Saints. Sharks repel fairly easily. Panzer gets it on the bounce. Just a tumbling kick, sort of aimed at the boundary line a little bit, but Morton was there, sees it over. And we will send it back into play. We've gone 2.5 minutes. Park Orchards done most of the attacking. South Belgrave with that one inside 50 that didn't amount to much. Whit-off nearly took it out of the ruck. Costa's there. They're wrestling at ground level. Costa scoops it up. Tries to get the handball away. Is not able to control it at all. There we go. Third attempt, fourth attempt perhaps. And he gets the kick towards the arc. Scooped up though by Cormac of the Sharks. Just sent it waywardly, and the Saints will get it back. Oh, nearly a brilliant mark taken. Lets it fall to the ground in the goal square. And that's a goal to... Is that an 18 that we don't have on our team sheet as well? Get Blake onto that, Ryan. Well, we need to sort out who kicked that goal. So that is a fast start there for the Saints. That was a brilliant inside 50. They had that man one out against his defender. They kept the forward line open. And the Sharks will need to play a little bit tighter than that, perhaps. But back to the centre we come. 1 straight 6, that's South Belgrave. Park Orchards yet to score. Division 1 reserves grand final action here from Pinks Reserve in Kilsyth. Back up we go, Lorb with the tackle. Sends it towards the number 10 over there for the Saints, but one back by the Sharks. Vipond takes the mark. Will send it inside 50, bit of a cluttered forward line. Macrocana, sorry, that's Trembath, nearly took the mark, but falls to ground. Saints with good representation out there, and now they kick it onto the wing. Costa takes the mark. Searching for options, the Sharks flood back. Plenty of black jumpers there clogging up the holes. That's what he needed to negotiate there. There's the number 18 again. Has to lay the tackle this time, slinging tackle. Umpire said nothing doing. And South Belgrave will get a second one, and that was Geordie Daff. 2 straight 12 to Park Orchards, yet to score. 4.5 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was big, and they've started very well. Have the Saints, they've kicked now the first 2, and just looking dangerous once they get that ball inside 50, so we'll see if they can continue that trend and start really well. We were a bit confused in the first game where the wind was going as well, and I think it is going more to your left side or towards us.
Yep.
So we'll see how that all plays out, but jumped him out of the blocks. 2 straight 12 for no score. Back in the middle it goes again. No one able to get clear possession of it, so we'll do it all good.
Pronti in the middle there for the Sharks. He's a very good player. Has played a lot of senior action.
Yeah, going to be key today if they're to get across the line, sock it off the ground into a bit of space, giving his teammate Harvey a bit of a chance, but wasn't able to pick it up cleanly. Now he's got Mize to compete with, who gets it long towards the half-forward line, and great mark in defence there from Lenny Hickey. Looks to play on straight away, using the corridor. Handball over the top. A smart little tap has Park Orchards going forward. Bouncing ball. They haven't got the numbers at the back. The bounce eluded South Belgrave defender there. And across the line it goes in Jack Pruden. How good's that weather?
Oh, it's beautiful. The wind is going to be a bit of a concern throughout the day, though.
Yes, it certainly will probably pick up as the handball over the top from Vipon. Tap backwards is a holding free kick going the way of the Sharks, so it's going to come back and gives them an opportunity to get back inside 50. Vipon. Jacob Vipon just taking his time before he puts this into the hot spot. Can they get a mark out of this one? Almost a juggling grab at ground level. South Belgrave able to clear this one out. A long, long kick towards the half-forward line. Fell into the hands of Starling. Now at the back. Hetherington was there. No free kick. Play on for the Sharks as they move this along. And Niels Widoff takes the mark.
So Widoff will send the Sharks forward. High ball into the pocket, came off hands. South Belgrave having to challenge there. Heavy challenge by the South Belgrave defender. Wasn't able to do much with it though. Park Orchards really needing to get onto the board now. 2 straight 12. That's South Belgrave. Park Orchards yet to score. 7.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Back in we go. Stack of players around the ball. We'll have another ball up. Just trying to get some clean air in their forward line, Park Orchards. South Belgrave having none of that. Haven't moved the ball quick enough, I don't think, the Sharks. Oh, gee, the ricochet kick's going to come back nearly over the boundary line. Can Park Orchards manufacture something from here? No, they have to tackle. And over the line goes Daff, the goal kicker from before. Those chips smell good. I would not be distracted at the moment, but I couldn't help myself. Back in we go. Gee, it really is a scrap in there at the moment. It's going to spill out. There's a little bit of space for the Sharks to work in. Trying to scoop it up is Dempsey. Still no clean possession. Pruden for the Sharks was there. So the Saints was there, but nothing doing. Ball up in a really dangerous spot though here for South Belgrave. Trying to escape with it. Declan Smith gets the kick away. Had to find the boundary line, because any other direction would have been pretty dangerous. So it goes over right underneath that scoreboard. Not great reading for the Sharks early on, but they have been doing quite a bit of the attacking. They've been able to lock it in to their forward line during patches. Not this time though, although it will come back. Oh no, not from the smother of Hetherington. It comes back though for the Sharks. Scooped up by Vogt. Snap at goal. They get the first score on their first score on the board, do the Sharks, but it's just one behind to Jacob Vogt, the main goal kicker for Park Orchards throughout the year. 22 goals to his name. from his 12 games. South Belgrave to bring it back into play. Shove in the back there, nothing doing. That was Costa who did that. Hetherington was there as well. Here comes Cade Newcomb, kicks it into the pocket. This is a dangerous spot, but it floated there. The wind affected that kick for certain, and it floated just over the boundary line out on the full. So Sharks now to repel.
So for Park Orchards, one behind, trailing South Belgrave 12, a long kick. It's held up in the wind, almost a mark taken. And they keep this alive. Trembath looking to go inbound. Collision here in the middle, Hamill over the top for the Saints. And across the line it goes, so we'll get a boundary throw in right in front of us. 10.5 minutes into this first quarter. South Belgrave 2 straight 12. Park Orchards 1 behind. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube. This ball's brought back into play. Chasing this one first. That was Newcomb. Picked up here for Park Orchards. Brought down in the tackle. So just starting to find their way are the Sharks steading into this game. Big tackle from behind, run down. And that was Tyler Prunty, who we've seen a bit of before as he goes inside 50. Coming from behind, couldn't take the mark. It was spoiled across. Able to keep this one in was Costa. Ooh, and he didn't have much ahead of him. And he's turned it over as all Shark numbers, and that's a poor kick. It was almost marked by Kelly for Pond. Handball was looking for Prunty. Running onto this one now. Hartnett got it off. Now inside 50. Bouncing ball towards goal. It was always going to be hard. And it's just a minor score. So 2 behinds Park Orchards. 2 straight 12 South Belgrave. And we've even found out some numbers. Lockie Benson in the number 18 has the first for South Belgrave.
Yeah, brilliant stuff there. It was Danny Wex who came up and helped us out in the end. Vip on.
Danny.
Well, Josh Vogt, he's got the first goal on the board for the Sharks in this grand final. 1-2-8, they go to 2-12. Sorry, 1-2-8, they are 2-12. 2 straight 12 South Belgrave. Jeez. How
Sorry,
well
I distracted you on the...
So Josh Vogt gets his 23rd goal for the season. And Park Orchards, they get a counter punch finally. Now, one that they've been looking for all quarter. You got the feeling that they were going to break through for one at some point. South Belgrave haven't had many inside 50s. They've just been efficient up there.
No, that's right.
Park Orchards have had most of the play.
Just go back to the 19s game as well, though, and that was a similar trend as Park Orchards didn't quite make the most of their opportunities. They'll go inside 50 again, looking for their second. A very quick clearance. Snap off the right boot towards goal. How's the bounce? It sits perfectly. Was it touched? It's a minor score. So it moves Park Orchards to 1-3-9. South Belgrave 2 straight 12. So the Saints will bring this one back into play towards us on the broadcast side. And it's spoiled across the line. So we get a boundary throw in. Beautiful conditions out here today. There is obviously the winter factor in, but certainly a beautiful afternoon at Pinks. Make sure to get down here if you can. As the inside 50 works perfectly for Macricanis. Or in fact, that's Alec Leeson.
It was a good clearance there by, I think it was Max Morton from the stoppage. Found a lot of clean space.
Good early, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So they kick the last goal, and this would put them in front for the first time this afternoon. Alec Leeson comes in, lines up, and has put it through. Sharks get their second, 2-3-15. South Belgrave 2 straight 12. 3-point lead.
That was a close thing, but yeah, navigated the wind well there, I would say.
Yes, he did.
pretty far out, and this is a wind that can really play havoc with an attempted goal that far out. But backed himself, got his team in front in a grand final. So well done to Alec Gleeson. From the centre, the two rucks do battle. Whittoff gets the gets the tap and tried to get the clearance. Got chicken winged, and the umpire will have it back. The tap came from Morrison for the Saints. He's going to try and follow up that work. Good territory at the moment. No clean possession for South Belgrave, and then a Sharks player copped a high tackle. Bouncing, tumbling ball. Gee, he'd want that one back, but South Belgrave clash into each other. Macrocanis laid the tackle, and I don't think either team would want to see that piece of play back. But Morrison will take the ruck contest against Whittoff again. Sharks get the clearance, back to Macrocanis. High ball towards right half forward. Both players didn't quite lay hands on it, and South Belgrave, they were going to share it round, but tackled over the line is Declan Smith. Umpire will throw it back in, or throw it back up, I should say. Bit of a wrestle going on down there, so it seems, but that's been broken up. So the ball in comes. Will come.
It's the only part of the ground we actually can't see from. Yeah. We can't see the boundary umpire right now.
So I keep expecting it to get thrown in, but
he must not have the ball. I mean, I don't know, and we haven't got the screen in front of us, so I'm not sure. There we go.
Waiting for the field umpire to blow the whistle, apparently. Anyway, Lorb gets the tap down. Now it's going to do it again. Yep. Hopefully it doesn't take the same amount of time. We'll be here all day.
So it's almost 17 minutes gone in this first term, and it's 2 goals apiece, so both sides have had their say. As a long kick inside 50 there from Lorb. How's the bounce? It might work out okay for Benson. He's around this one, chasing it, kicked the first of the game, run into a bit of trouble, got the hands off in time, and a goal to South Belgrave. Mitchell Scriven finishes it off. But well done there as well to Benson just to keep that alive. It looked like he was going to be wrapped up and gone, but got the hands off and put South Belgrave back in front by 3 points, Jared.
Gee, it's definitely the tale of the tape so far. When South Belgrave get it forward, they score. They keep their forward line very open. The Park Orchards defenders, they've been losing the one-on-one battles consistently today. Park Orchards, they have most of the play, but just don't. They're not able to take advantage of that on the scoreboard. It'll tick to 18 minutes gone in this first quarter. Park Orchards 2-3, 15. South Belgrave 3 straight, 18. Tate Lorb will take the ruck contest for the Saints. Slams it forward. Scooped up. Will get it back as well. Will Lorb sends it to the top of the goal square. This could be another for the Saints. What a beautiful goal. And if we had an award for goal of the day, I reckon that would be the top contender. Oh, free kick in the... Was it in the goal square? Oh, that could be... It could be taken off him.
Yeah, this is Park Orchards free kick.
Oh, you'd be gutted. Kick a goal like that and your teammate... I suppose in the attempt of shepherding the ball through the line or something, just to make sure that was a goal, ended up infringing, and Mitch Schaefer will take the kick in for the Sharks. Sends it. There's Scriven again, who kicked the goal before. It came off his hands. Sharks will try and rebound once more. Mark taken by Trembath, Jake Trembath. Any relation to Cooper?
I think so.
So good to see him out there. Prunty at the deck, fell upon by Tate Lorb. Oh, and Max Morton didn't like that by Lorb. But the umpire will let that all slide. Lorb just with strength takes it out of the ruck contest. Clear high free kick. against Bellinger in the ruck contest, and Lord, who's starting to make his impact on the game felt. Sends it forward once more. Saints off hands. Costa's there. Bit of height in the forward line for South Belgrave. I think he started as a defender today, but that magnet was moved very quickly. Ball up again. Nothing doing from that, although there is a free kick going the way of South Belgrave. As the siren blows for quarter time, they will get a shot at goal. And it's going to be Lockie Benson, who's kicked a goal already, kicked that first goal of the day.
I'm glad we matched him up with the number in the end, because he's had plenty of it.
Yeah, he has. He has indeed. So he'll kick from around about 40 to 45 metres out. He's got a bit of an angle, but not an impossible one to try and negotiate. Harder kick for a left footer, but he's going to let the wind blow it back in. Beautiful kick to end the first quarter for South Belgrave. And they've really stabbed their authority on this game. 4 straight 24 to 2-3-15. And the Sharks will need to rethink a little bit as they go into the quarter time huddle. We will be back with you for the second quarter very shortly.
Welcome back to Pinks Reserve, the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final between Park Orchards and South Belgrave. Quarter time here, and it is the Saints 4 straight 24, leading Park Orchards 2-3-15. It is a bit of a breeze. That is going to your left side of the screen, and that is where South Belgrave did kick in that first quarter. So potentially that is going to be a factor across the afternoon.
Well, it does feel like a 2 or 3 goal breeze.
Yeah, for sure.
But having said that, look, the method with which South Belgrave was scoring, it just looked a lot better than Park Orchards. I have to be honest, and I think if they are able to keep that up, and it may be harder with the wind.
And they did have a goal taken off them too.
That's true. That's very true. That was. I think that goal in particular was very much breeze assisted. So yeah, maybe that one just sort of like evens things out. I don't know. We will see how things continue. I don't want to plug too much for like when unasked, but there was some sick Park Orchards hoodies I was seeing down at ground level with some First Nations designs.
Oh, very
they
cool.
Looked awesome. So. Just wanted to point that out if anyone's interested in getting some merch.
They sell that on their site.
I don't know if they sell it.
Might have to buy a couple, cop a couple.
Anyway, as the supporters make their way off the way down. Goals, of course, kicked by Lockie Benson. 2 for him, Mitch Scriven and Geordie Daff. Singles for South Belgrave, and then only singles for Park Orchards, Josh Vogt and Alec Leeson. So relatively high scoring quarter when you look at some of the matches that we've had in the reserves grade throughout the divisions.
Yep, no, I agree. Yesterday, I think in the Division 2 game, there was 2 goals kicked in that first half. So you can certainly see the difference as you go up the divisions as we're ready to go for this second term. Back in the middle it is. No one, it's a clean tap out. Ball comes back out. Tapping it forward there was Morgan. Picked up now. The kick was smothered. It was Myers. A high free kick going the way of the Sharks. So they'll get the first look at it in this quarter through Trimbar. Pops it into the dangerous hot spot. No mark taken. Ball comes back out and over the line it goes. So we'll get boundary throw-in inside 50 here for Park Orchards.
That wind's really starting to pick up.
Yeah, it certainly has.
You'll hear it in the microphones, I'm sure.
So back into play again. Hunter Morgan trying to clear that one out for the Saints as we will get another boundary throw-in.
So the Sharks get the first inside 50 of the second quarter. What can they do with it? Not much at the moment. It's 3 Saints first to the ball. They send it outside of 50. Just the bounce eluded Schaefer. It's been scooped up by Tate and Lord. He's got to take a bounce here. Wasn't able to control it. Now he does. Crosses the arc. Takes another bounce into the pocket. He was hot for a second there as charging in came Cormac. Now the Saints. It wasn't a well-directed kick by Lorb, and the Sharks are able to exit defence relatively easily. Very quick ball movement, though. And he's got a bit of toe on him, just Tate Lorb. Just needed, perhaps, to make a better decision in that situation. I feel like he was in 2 minds, go for goal or find a target, and definitely spooked by Cormac charging at him. Morrison gets the tap down for the Saints, read by the Sharks. Tackle, however, good pressure by South Belgrave, and they turn the ball over. Scooped up now, finding the outside handball. He let it bounce to him, had to put the Tonogi on, but there was no way he was getting around Vipond. Brilliant work by Jacob Vipond, turns the ball over, plays on. And the Sharks spearing ball, eluded Cormac, I should say. And it now comes back to Boyle for the Saints. Oh, his kick was nearly intercepted by Lex Hartnett, but he dropped the mark, towed it over the line, and we'll get a ball in. Some very fast ball movement we're seeing today. And unfortunately for the boundary umpire, the wind got a hold of that throw-in, and the umpire says, do it again. That's better. So nearly taking out of the ruck was Whittoff. Has to end up tackling his opponent in Hunter Morgan. We'll have another ball up. Oh, he just punched it over the line, did Whittoff, and that went out on the full. And I believe that means it's a free kick to South Belgrave by the letter of the law. And I think that's what the umpires are conferring about. Oh, no. I guess the boundary umpire must have seen it bounce before it went over. Or they've just thrown the rule book out. So back we go, Whittoff. Got the tap this time. He might follow up his work, but the kick off the deck came from Max Morton. Gets it to centre half forward, but the Saints had the numbers. Good looping handball by Hetherington. Found an outside runner. Bit of pressure though for the Sharks. From the Sharks comes in. Nearly a mark taken by Jake Trembath. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick going the way of the Sharks in their forward 50. So they will get an opportunity to put the first on the board with 4 minutes gone in this second quarter. First on the board for the second quarter, that is. And it's going to be Alec Leeson. No, it's going to be, sorry, Sam Tukados. And the wind really got a hold of his kick. Oh, and nearly bent it back, but hit the post. Good attempt, though.
Yeah, certainly right. 2-4-16 now, Park Orchard, South Belgrave, 4 straight 24. Approaching the 5th minute mark of this second term on grand final day for the reserves competition, as South Belgrave looking to try and clear this one out of their back half, but that ball held up a little bit in the wind. It worked out okay towards the boundary side. And over it goes. So if you've just joined us, it was Beaconsfield in the under-19s competition that took home the premiership after defeating Park Orchards, who similar sort of storyline here with Beaconsfield losing those 3 games prior to the grand final. And South Belgrave have done the same in the reserves comp, as that kick out of bounds on the field full will give Park Orchards an opportunity once that ball gets back over the fence.
Straight into the car park, long way into the car park as well, into the second row of cars.
Yeah, wind really took hold of that one as Vipon bouncing towards the pocket, and over it goes. So let's see how they set up here, and if they can convert some opportunities early, go a long way for their chances today. All 3 sides in for the Sharks on grand final day. We're going to stoppage back inside 50 again.
Park Orchards could get something from this. We will see. Prunty trying to rove it, kicked it off the deck. And a Shark forward just tried to chase that one down, but the boundary line beat him. Back into play it will be. The ruck contest. It was Bellinger who got shoved out of it. Costa took advantage, but the kick was roved well by a Shark over there from the pocket. The kick comes to, and that's Morton, I believe. So Max Morton, he's done a lot of hard work in the middle. And he's got a shot from the pocket. He opens up the angle, and he's got the Sharks' third. So Park Orchards get the first of the second quarter, and Max Morton gets reward for a lot of effort. And that means the Park Orchards move to, as we'll get the score up in a second. Well, that will be 3-4-22 to 4 straight 24. They've narrowed the lead to 2 points. 7 minutes gone in the second quarter, Ryan.
Yeah, that's right. Important one. They needed to get one on the board early and just see if they can now use this as a bit of a run. Use that momentum going into half-time. If they can use the win in this quarter and put themselves in the driver's seat. So tap down again in favour of the Sharks, but all the numbers for South Belgrave. Run down in the tackle was prudent.
They can
Tyler Prunty sends a long kick towards the top of the square. Sport from behind. Not out of trouble just yet. The tackle applied. We'll get a ball up inside 50 here for Park Orchards. Can they convert from here? No one wins the ruck battle. Sport just unable to get out of that congestion. Once again, tapped down in favour of the Sharks. Here's Prunty. His kick was smothered and across the line it went. So set up again. Boundary throwing, not the worst result there for Park Orchards. A ball back into play. Picked up this time by South Belgrave. Once again, same result across the line. 8.5 minutes gone second term, Jared. 3-4-22 Park Orchards, 4 straight 24 South Belgrave.
Saints really struggling to bring it out of their defensive lines. Good pressure though in that defence. And that was brought up by Pruden. Jack Pruden nailing the tackle. I seem to remember just on these players, I'll get back to that point actually, as the ball up comes, bobbling around, nearly a shot at goal, but couldn't get boot to ball. Yeah, with some of these players that have played seniors in the senior lineup in the past, Tyler Prunty in particular, I remember he might have been Park Orchard's leading tackler in the seniors last year. So definitely some good players out there, as South Belgrave really trying their best to find clear air in Park Orchard's forward line, but the Sharks just close the gaps. Ended up getting tackled over, did Morton. Over the boundary line, that is. As we tick towards 10 minutes in this second quarter. And now that's a kick to clear the lines. Tate Law had the fall of the ball, just let it bounce in front of him. The pack formed, and I think there's been a high free. No, it's going to be a ball up. As the Sharks laid the tackle, holding up South Belgrave's run. Morrison will go into the ruck contest. Morgan lays the tackle. Yet another ball up. A lot of pressure around these stoppages. Good tap by Whittoff. Finds Vipond. But his handball found a teammate that was being tackled once and twice. Jake Trembath wrapped up. Nearly escaped. Nearly slipped out of one tackle from the ground and then just got laid in another. Whittoff gets the punch forward. And the tackle infringed, so the kick forward comes from Tyler Prunty. Bouncing ball into the pocket. Wild shot at goal came from Mason Whitnesh. It nearly bounced through. Jeez, South Belgrave, they're going to need to be a little bit more on point than that, but because I think it was the bounce that saved them, Ryan.
Yeah, they were just able to get hands to it.
No, they did. Okay.
Across the line. Was the Saints having a bit of trouble exiting their back half. They needed a mark there and a big tackle applied, so that's a great result. Hunter Morgan, who's been impressive in the first half for the Saints. Got a short option. He wanted to use it. Just goes long and once again out of bounds on the full. So certainly got to be careful when kicking on this side, the broadcast side. That wind has really picked up and we've seen quite a few kicks out of bounds on the full from both games on this side of the ground. At the moment, a bit of kick to kick as the intercept mark is taken for South Belgrave on their half-back line. So let's see where this goes. Just has to be careful with this one. Again, the wind pulls it back. It's going to stay alive.
That was anything but careful, right?
Yes, as Panther takes the grab. So those high kicks are certainly going to hurt. But here's South Belgrave inside 50. The wind holding it up and just does not suit Lockie Benson. Looked like he was going to just fall in front of him and he would be able to run onto it, but the wind played played havoc there and worked into the hands of Hickey, who passed it off.
Clever positioning by Lenny Hickey. He knew to play in front in that situation.
Yeah, that's right. As Scott gets his forward towards the goal square, across the line and goes once again. So boundary throwing in that same pocket. Lenny Hickey, magnet down there.
Yeah, I know, right? Lenny Hickey, another one of those players. He played in the semi-final, like Orchards against South Belgrave in the senior side.
Yeah, I've got a lot of talented players in both sides. So interesting boundary throw-in. We'll get a recall of that one.
The wind definitely found it interesting.
It's got worse this quarter, the wind. It
has.
It's playing a factor. Tap down. Morgan tried to get the clearing kick. It just bounces in. So we'll get a boundary throw in. 13.5 minutes gone, second term. Let us know where you're tuning in from today on EFNL YouTube. Glad to have your company this afternoon. Of course, the pre-game of the Division 1 Senior Grand Final at 1:15 p.m. also streaming on YouTube.
So back to play. Trying to hunt for it, couldn't control it, was Will Hetherington, but got a disposal forward. Panzer was able to read it, picked it up, sent a nice low kick out at Leeson, and it was clever by Panzer, just keeping out low so the wind didn't get a hold of it. Leeson might have to do the same thing. Oh, what a beautiful kick. Jeez. Had to be perfect. Had to be absolutely perfect, and Morton once again takes the mark. And he'll have a shot at goal for his second. And his second of the quarter as well, will Max Morton. This will be Park Orchard's second of the quarter. It will put them in front. Jeez, shocking kick out in the full. Jeez, oh, that was an opportunity gone begging by Max Morton. Not sure what happened there. Just hit the absolute wrong part of the boat, it did. And South Belgrave will bring it back in. The kick finds the arc. Brilliant intercept mark, however, taken on the outer side by Park Orchard. So they'll get another opportunity. They'll send it back. Spearing ball to the top of the goal square. No mark taken. Bodies fly and fall to ground. I think the mark was taken, actually. South Belgrave with an intercept, that is. So, high ball, no, the wind playing havoc.
Yeah, I don't know how many times that's been that quarter.
Yeah, that's out in the full right there again. And Ben Panzer once again to send. Oh, well, if it was play on, then he started out on the boundary.
So, yeah. So did he go off his mark? Now I looked down.
I'm not entirely sure. That was very interesting. Yeah, cool play on. Yeah, maybe just took too long. Anyway, back into play. Oh, ripped to ground was Benson. Oh, he's gone into the rock, but takes. It was Whitnish with the handball receive, bouncing ball in dispute. South Belgrave trying to control it. Oh, ripping it away. Beautiful stuff there that was Prunty. Sent it to the top of the goal square, but good representation by South Belgrave. Morton with another little delicate chip. Finds a teammate. Oh, nearly the shot at goal by Trembath. But mark taken by South Belgrave. They'll play on with it. They're able to rebound. Get it onto the wing. And good little intercept possession by Luke Cormac. And it looks like it's going to be South Belgrave to take it away into the corridor. Panzer dodges one. High ball to the pocket. Offhand. Benson is there. Is able to share it around. Good forward line pressure by the Sharks. Trying to lock it in again. The kick just exits the 50. South Belgrave did really well in that situation to evade the pressure, but the kick right in the center of the ground. Beautiful mark. Courageous one taken there by Hickey.
And it looks like the free kick inside 52 for the Sharks, so I'll get a chance here. I'll get a set shot on goal. Haven't had too many set shots in this game so far. Josh Vu already has one on the board. So looking for goal number 2, and to put Park Orchards back in front in this game. They've had all the play in this first 18 minutes of the second term. Vug comes in and he keeps that right. So we're all tied 3-6-24 Park Orchard, South Belgrave 4 straight 24. And the Saints, if they can not concede another one without having really any dominance whatsoever in this quarter, I think they'll probably go into half-time and look pretty positive.
They'd be pretty happy. Not sure what chances there are for them to sweep it down the ground and kick a goal for themselves. Well, here they go, attempting just that on the wing. Now, brilliant smother there, though. And that was well done by Dwayne Johnson. Was able to send it over the boundary line, and now there's a wrestle on involving Dwayne Johnston. Yes. But the boundary throw-in came very quickly, and it was Park Orchards first to react. D'Souza sends it forward to centre half forward. No mark taken, but it's now come to Jared Nicholson. His shot at goal just goes left. And Park Orchards hit the lead by that one behind. They moved to 3-7-25 to 4 straight 24. South Belgrave, they didn't concede a goal.
No, they haven't, but they have conceded the lead, as Pruden will take the kick in here for the Saints. I know exactly where it's going. You can see where everyone is at the moment on the broadcast side of the ground. So out of defence. Can they get a mark? They really do need something just to break this game open, but over the line it goes. So 1 point in it. Last 30 seconds. Punch forward, Pruden.
Very few white jumpers forward of the ball. They're really trying to flood that contest and the defence.
I think they're just happy to let it play out, and if they can go in at half-time within a goal, and they will. There's your siren. So 3-7-25 Park Orchards. They dominated that quarter, but just couldn't put it on the scoreboard. The South Belgrave 4 straight 24. We're going to take a break and then jump back in for the second half. Welcome back to Pinks Reserve Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for 2025. Half-time here is South Belgrave trailing by a point, 4 straight, 24 to Park Orchards, 3-7-25. And in that second term, it was a dominant turn for the Sharks, but they only got the 1 goal out of it. And so a big opportunity now for South Belgrave, going with the win, see what they can do with it in this third term. Fantastic conditions out here at Pinks, and I'm joined by Jared Beanland, who was there watching that first half. And what did you make of it? Because it certainly was, I think, particularly in that second quarter, a one-sided game. But South Belgrave did what they had to do. They just were able to keep repelling from their back half. Weren't able to translate and scores in themselves, but they were able to just keep Park Orchards to just the 1.
Yeah, they really locked it up in Park Orchard's forward line. That's for certain. Just didn't give the Sharks any space to breathe, any options for goal. But I think we saw South Belgrave's efficiency going forward in that first quarter, and we'll see if they're able to replicate it. As out of the middle comes, I think that was Johnston. Comes to centre half forward, aggressive handball forward. A lot of white jumpers flood back though to try and continue this full court press essentially from the Sharks. The snap around the body goes towards the goal square. Prudden, I should say, was able to take it, and then a brilliant tackle laid by Prunty. The South Belgrave player in, I believe that was Declan Smith, had no chance of getting away from that. Comes to ground, scooped up. Brilliant tackle laid by Bellinger. Doing the forward ruck work for the Sharks today, Bellinger. Got the tap down, sharked immediately by Daff. High ball. We've seen these get taken by the wind. Costa couldn't mark it. It's come to Lorb now. He's going to kick it to clear air. It's going to be out in front of Liam Kelly, but first to it, the Sharks. It's now Trembath sharing it round. Good little feint with the handball there. Now the kick came off hands, roved well by South Belgrave, but Nikolopoulos' kick was cut off. And the Sharks are going to try and find the corridor now. Once again, doing a lot of the attacking. They've been able to repel. Once more, Luke Cormack takes the mark. And now sends it to Ben Monks. Sends it to the arc. No mark. Oh, it was a mark. But it's going to go the way of South Belgrave. This is Hunter Morgan. Has played some senior action for South Belgrave as well, as plenty of players out there have. Offhand, Lorb now breaks away. Oh, shrugs the tackle. No, brilliant, tenacious work by Ben Monks to stick that tackle. Just grabbed a hold of Lorb's jumper and did not let go at all. So Ben Monks done a couple of good things early this quarter. Hadn't called his name too much in the first half. Kicks it to the wing. Up goes. That was a brilliant mark by number 46, who I'm struggling to find on my team sheet. So I think that's another one that's slipped through the net, to be honest. And the kick went forward and out of bounds. So South Belgrave get a forward line stoppage again, and we've gone 3 minutes in this third quarter. Park Orchard still maintain that 1-point lead. Back we go. Great punch from the Sharks ruckman. They'll rove it. They'll find the outside running handball option. It nearly stayed in for the Sharks there through a good punch forward, but the boundary line will take it. Back in we go. Prunty had to tackle. Good Good stuff there. And sending it forward, South Belgrave comes off hands. Lorb will try and track it towards the boundary line, but it goes over.
So, first 4 minutes of this third term, no score just yet. It's still Park Orchards leading by a point, 3-7 to 4 straight. We're inside 50 here for South Belgrave. The kick forward that time by Newcombe. Park Orchards with some numbers around this one. They look to try and clear this one out. Can they take the game on through the middle as Panzer towards centre half forward at the back. Good strong hands. Dempsey takes the mark. Dempsey towards the pocket. South Belgrave with numbers. They can go back under a lot of trouble. Just put his teammate under the pump. Not rewarded on the ball. No prior for Hunter Morgan. Tap down right in the goal square. Don't want to concede a goal here to South Belgrave. We'll get a ball up. So tap down right in front of goal. Couldn't quite pick it up there. Good Kelly. And holding the ball for a kick.
Ooh.
Going the way of Park Orchards. So from here, he'll be kicking from about 15 metres out. Tyler Prunty. Can he put this through and give the Sharks a bit of breathing room against the wind in this third term? Prunty lines up and has missed. That's a bad miss. To the right, 3-8-26 Park Orchard. South Belgrave 4 straight 24, and that was one you just about had penciled in on the team sheet.
They're going to be regretting this, I think, Park Orchards, if South Belgrave are able to get it up their end. There's an enormous kick by Pruden, goes straight to the wing. Costa, strong hands, aggressive handball forward, trying to track it with Johnson. Came out of his hands, and Daff was there as well, but tackle was laid. Park Orchards to send it back forward. Once again, South Belgrave struggling to break past the offensive side of the wing. Attempting to lay the tackle over there was Ben Pepper, but nothing doing. Boundary umpire will send it back into play. South Belgrave read it really well. Sending it forward. Oh, strong mark, not taken. No, paid. It was paid, much to the chagrin of Phil Costa. He'll send it across the ground. Set a task for a teammate here. The sprint is on. But good tackle laid by Declan Smith. And Vipont was going nowhere. Ball in on the wing. Morrison taps it down. Costa sending it forward for South Belgrave. This is where they're dangerous, but it's a 3-on-1 situation. Beautiful spoil over the top. Well done, Jake Trembath. The wingman dropping back to play that defensive role. And he forces a stoppage right on the arc there, right where the arc meets the boundary line. We've gone 8 minutes in this third quarter. Park Orchards hanging on to that 2-point lead. And the whistle has gone. The boundary umpires are struggling to to send it back into play. Lorb juggles it, was tackled while he was juggling it. That's not going to go anywhere. Well done, Stefan D'Souza.
Jared, as soon as you started commenting about it was great to see so many goals in that first quarter. Since then, I think we've had one goal in almost half an hour.
Whoops. Put the curse on this game, didn't I? Oh, well.
So, ball up inside 50. This could be an opportunity for South Belgrave. Can they strike first in this third quarter? Big tackle, and it's a high free kick. So, going the way of Park Orchards.
Oh, there's
It's on
two
behind
different
Paddy.
wrestles going on right now.
That's right. Plenty of feeling between these two clubs. They've played off in quite a few grand finals already, with the senior women's playing not long ago, a couple of weeks ago. And of course, the seniors today as well. So nice little rivalry between the two. Long down the line, and that ball just manages to stay in, and a great mark is taken by Max Morton for Park Orchards. Looks to send this forward. Might come back the other way. It's Costa getting boot to ball. Handball back. Costa again. His kick was affected by a smother, and copping one high there, Jacob Verpond. And you can argue as much as you want, but it looked like it was high. Down the middle it goes, and the mark is taken by Tom Heffernan. Oh, gets past his opponent, then puts on the left boot, and a wobbly old punt ends up in the lap of a teammate. They'll take that on the chest, and the Sharks, can they get their fourth of the day? They've certainly been the better side since after quarter time, at least.
Yep.
And you would probably say they probably should be further up, so this would put them 8 points in front. The kick on its way has just gone through. Zakados puts it through for Park Orchards. Fourth, 4-8-32 to South Belgrave, 4 straight 24. And they deserved a goal because they'd certainly owned the game after quarter time, but that was the one part they were missing.
That's for sure. And the wind just abated for that moment where he was taking the kick.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just like, no, they need one.
Yeah, the game needed it.
Yep. So we'll go back into the middle, and what does South Belgrave have left in them? The grand final could be slipping out of their fingers if play continues as it has been. Costa has gone into the middle. And it's the number 46 there for South Belgrave in the ruck. They were able to send it forward. The Saints, intercept mark taken by the Sharks. Oh, Lord, brilliant. Oh, put himself in the way, but didn't complete the mark. However, at ground level, this is Smith, Declan Smith, keeping it low towards centre half forward, but it's all Sharks there again, despite the tackle laid by Morgan. The Sharks were able to take it away. No, it's coming back. That's a high ball towards the top of the goal square. Oh, brilliant stuff in the Sharks' defence. And they will exit once again. It's gone over the head of Vogt. He's got a couple of Saints for company. Scooped up by Pepper. Sending it forward again. And now South Belgrave will get a shot at bringing it back to that 2-point margin. Finally, another shot at goal for the Saints. They've had to wait a long time. And hopefully for them, Cade Newcomb can find the accuracy that they had during that first quarter. This for 5 straight. And a 2-point deficit. Newcomb comes in. It's a floating kick, but it's home. South Belgrave are not out of this.
Yeah, much needed one there for the Saints. And particularly with the wind in this quarter, would want to be in front at 3/4 time to really have a good chance. But you got to credit them; they've been very accurate. 5 straight to 4-8. So they managed to keep themselves in the game.
Accurate and efficient as well in terms of shots at goal per inside 50. They've not got it in there that often.
Yeah, that's true. Even in this term, we saw what Park Orchards did with the inside 50s last quarter this way. They'll get another one here as Costa goes forward. Plenty of Sharks around this ball as well, as it's held up about 55 out from goals. 4-8 plays 5 straight. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube. Of course, the Division 1 senior grand final will follow between the same two clubs. Big tap backwards from Benson. As Park Orchards get a clearing kick, a high kick that just holds up in the wind. Picked away that time from Hunter Morgan. Inside 50, can they get a mark? In front position, Park Orchards. And that kick towards us on the broadcast side bounces out of bounds, and we'll get another boundary throw-in. About the 77th boundary throw-in on this side of the ground today, Jared.
Absolutely.
Is manhandling his opponent there in Benson. Sock it across the line. We'll get another boundary throw-in, 78.
I hope that boundary umpire is getting paid double.
He's working hard, and that, at least at the moment, the wind has dropped off slightly for him.
Yep.
As the ball brought back into play once again, and it's held up here, so we'll get another stoppage inside 50, Jared. 14.5 minutes gone.
So can South Belgrave find that efficiency once more? Oh, roved but tackled. South Belgrave. Another ball up. Morrison. No, sorry, that's maybe Scriven taking the ruck contest for South Belgrave. Wind's kicking up a lot of dust there, and I hope the crowd doesn't mind. That's looks pretty rough out there. Just another stoppage. 15.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. Park Orchards lead 4-8 to 5 straight, and they will exit defence. No, not if Pepper has anything to say about it. Heavy body contact, and the Sharks will try and escape. Trying to burrow his way under was Voogd. Holding the ball, took on his man, tried to go through his legs. And Benson will take the free kick and is called to go back behind his mark. So that kick forward, it was looking pretty good for South Belgrave, because they had a bit of an open forward line, and then Park Orchards now have time to set up. Benson takes the kick. Pack forms, up they go. No mark taken, spiked towards the boundary line, but Whitnish was there as well for the Sharks, and the mark's been taken by Voogd. Now, the Sharks have got a bit of a puzzle to navigate. Benson stuck himself down the line as well, but coming through and taking a really good mark. Definitely not the intended target, but read the ball well, knew that he was on there, the Park Orchards player. Down it comes. Boyle couldn't take the mark, and he was wrapped up. That was Niels Witoff before, and he'll take the ruck contest as well and give away the free kick to his opposing number 18 in Lockie Benson. So South Belgrave will go forward once more. Geordie Daff to the centre of the ground, and Vipon took the mark and was run into by Jack Pruden, who gave away the 25-metre penalty. Accident or not, that was costly. And Vipon's kick finds the open man. And it looks like it's going to be Alec Lees. It's Tom Heffernan, in fact, to take the kick at goal. Now this will hurt South Belgrave, because they do have the wind this quarter. If the final quarter is a repeat of the second, then this will really hurt the Saints if he's able to put it through. But again, the Sharks not taking their chances. They're at 4-9-33. South Belgrave 5 straight 30.
Well, they've left the door open, as Pruden takes the kick in for South Belgrave long down the line. Park Orchards are going to send this right back.
Oh.
The handball forward. Voogd got it off. Prunty, goal.
Jay Pruden really should have, I think, got a hand to that.
And finally they capitalise. 5-9-39 to 5 straight 30, and Prunty finishing off the good work there.
Absolutely, he did. Just South Belgrave exiting defence. They've usually been able to stick that first kick out of defence and not turn it over. But that time, it all came unstuck. So they're going to need to start generating something from these stoppages. Over the top went Witoff. It came down to Lorb trying to bust his way through the Whitnish tackle. Was not able to do so. That's Mason Whitnish, for those wondering, with the Jay Whitnish playing later today. Holding the man. So South Belgrave will go forward again. And the mark's been taken. The intercept mark's been taken by Park Orchards. Looking for options. Vogt is there. Good mark. Jacob Vogt working his way up onto the wing. The main goal kicker, or the leading goal kicker for Park Orchards this year, took the kick. And now South Belgrave intercept. They find the man on the wing. Mark taken by Connor Nicolopoulos. Oh, nearly an intercept mark taken, but reading the bounce well was Daff. Couldn't find a mark inside 50, but Costa with the handball receive and the kick to the goal square, and a brilliant mark taken under quite a bit of duress. Right in the goal square for South Belgrave, and they really should be able to kick their 6th straight. This will cut the lead back to 36 points, to 3 points. It'll put South Belgrave on 36. For such a simple shot, Lockie Benson is taking his time. This will be his 3rd of the day.
Oh, he's told to wait.
Oh, he was told to wait, wasn't he? Sends it through, bang. And South Belgrave, they will not die.
No, they just continue to convert. That's 6 straight now to 5-9, and just 3 points in it, despite the margin probably should be a 4 or 5 goal lead for Park Orchards. Park Orchards will be kicking with the win though in that final term, so still fancy them from here.
That is very true.
So we're back in the middle once again. 21.5 minutes gone in this 3rd term. Out of the middle, Costa. He's wrapped up before he gets his kick away.
The move of Phil Costa into the middle, I think, is definitely helping South Belgrave at the clearances. The bigger body, a lot of experience as well.
So a tap down here for the Sharks, ball going nowhere. Eventually the kick comes out, picked up by Pruden. Sharks kick was smothered going forward. There was Vogt around that one. And there's your siren for 3/4 time. So the stage is set. Park Orchards will go in with a 3-point lead at the final change. 5-9-39 to South Belgrave at 6 straight 36. We're going to take one last break and then be back for the final quarter in the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for 2025.
So many times today, I'll just start saying something and then I'll just stop. Just silence. Have you been watching this game? Yeah, he's hit 3.
Did you press onto it? Oh, yeah. Do you want me to vote in the next game?
Do a 3-2-1.
Who else have we got doing it?
I haven't organised anyone yet. I don't know if there's anyone else around here.
Well, I spoke to people watching it.
Yeah, if he wants to do it. What's he need to do that for?
Come on, let's see.
know, I said about, oh, thank you. It's amazing. Oh, you're the best. Thank you.
You want the roast beef roll?
Nah, not the burger.
The burgers are good.
Yes, they are good. What was I saying?
Yeah, it was alright. It's just roast beef. Cheese.
You should have done it earlier. Oh, that is funny.
Welcome back to Pink's Reserve for the final quarter of the Reserves grade final, the grand final between South Belgrave and Park Orchards. Currently it's Park Orchards up 5-9-39, South Belgrave 6 straight 36. Tail of the tape is the Sharks. They've not made the most of their opportunities Will South Belgrave be able to capitalise? They'll be going what seems to be against the wind in this final quarter. Umpire holds the ball aloft and we're underway. 3-point margin and fighting for the clearance and winning it with Jake Trembath. He's moved into the middle, goes to centre half forward, tapping it down to himself was Whittoff. Tackle laid, that was strong stuff by Ben Pepper, trying to add a bit of flavour to this game. Umpire will take the ball up though. It's Bellinger in the ruck for Park Orchards. His tap was well read, but Vipond lays the tackle. They're getting stuck in these, the ball consistently getting stuck on this side of the ground. A lot of pressure around these stoppages. Up we go again, tap by Whittoff. Oh, steaming through. Good turn of pace by Vipond. High ball towards the pocket. It's just going to blow over the head of, that was Takados. And he watched it sail over the boundary line for another ball in. So if this final quarter goes the way that the second quarter did, then Park Orchards, they'll be very happy with that because they had it stuck in their forward line. Shot at goal. That's not just stuck in their forward line, that's capitalising. And we'll just quickly see who kicked that one. We might have to check our own stream for that one because the player was in a pack. I couldn't quite pick out the number. It might have been a Leeson or a Macrocarnis down there.
So it is now a 9-point lead to the Sharks.
I'll get onto the YouTube stream for that one.
Yes, of course, we're out on the balcony today, so we haven't got the screens in front of us. But at home, I'm sure you've seen the replay of that one, and that's an important one for Park Orchards. So we said they probably should be further up, but they'll take what they can get at the moment, 9 points. It's going to be hard from South Belgrave to get back in this game and win it from here. As Park Orchards out of the middle once again. Ball hits a deck, picked up that time. Ball comes back out on the right boot. Leeson towards goal. It bends back. What a fantastic finish, and the Sharks get another 7-9-51. South Belgrave 6 straight 36.
So that previous one was Macrocarnis.
And that's a huge kick there for Leeson as well. Looked like it was going to go to the left and just came back, so I've now got a very strong lead.
Yep.
I know it's only 14 points, but just for the way the game is going.
Absolutely.
Most goals being kicked that into the ground.
Yeah, South Belgrave, they just haven't had the inside 50s, have they? Now out of the clearance, Costa was there. Macrocarnis back onto this one, surrounded by 3 Saints, was able to get the kick laterally. Bouncing ball ahead of Schaefer, he couldn't track it. Goes over the boundary line. Now, a tiny amount of territory was gained for South Belgrave during that. Can they make the most of it? Well, it's bounced all the way back forward for Park Orchards. Vipond, oh, brilliant smother there on the Whittoff attempted kick. Tackle laid, and it was a high tackle, so Park Orchards get the chance to go forward again. Vipond had his kick smothered, perhaps even by a teammate there. Whittoff crashed in. Into the pocket they go. The Saints chasing tail at the moment. Kick around the corner was always going to be too wide. Out in the full. Park Orchards will bring this one back in. 4.5 minutes gone, and gee, if things keep going the way they're going, the Sharks might have one hand on the cup at the moment. Scooped up, going nowhere with Declan Smith. Oh, brilliant tackle laid by Trembath. And another. That was D'Souza. And the pressure's really starting to ramp up from the Sharks now. Into the ruck again goes Bellinger. His opposing ruckman got the tap down. South Belgrave trying to extract the ball. Makrikanis emerges. High kick to the top of the goal square. The Flyers go up. Who's got representation at ground level? Crashing through. Nearly another goal kicked. It was a shot at goal by Sam Takardis. But just the one behind. But Park Orchards would be loving this because they are getting all the opportunities in this final quarter. 5.5 minutes gone in this final quarter. Grand final action, of course. Park Orchards, 16-point lead. Oh, geez, that was a rough kick in. Scooped up. That was Tsikados again. And he found an option in the pocket. And the Sharks will get another shot at goal. And this could really seal the fate of the game if he's able to send it through, because I don't think South Belgrave are going to be able to find enough opportunities going forward. Right, boot, kick. He loves it off the boot. Wonderful stuff there. And it was Mason Whitnish to get yet another goal on the board for the Sharks. And Ryan, it really is looking like they are starting to stamp their authority on this game and bring the cup to Dominie Reserve.
Well, it definitely now feels like a 22-point lead now feels more reflective on the game, because they have dominated, particularly after quarter time. And you know, you just look at the scoring shots, 18-6, so they've had 12 more scoring shots. Decided only being 22-point lead as they get another handball forward. Nice from Widoff as ball gets closer to that boundary side again, picked up cleanly by Hunter Morgan. Puts it forward, standing underneath this one. Was hands up, and that was unnecessary. He copped one from behind.
From Caden Newcomb.
Very late. I'm surprised that wasn't actually a 25.
Tate Lorb's threatening to give away a 25 as well.
They go forward through Panzer, and the mark is taken by Jacob Vipond. Puts it towards centre half forward. Almost a big grab. Coming forward, bursting through was Prunty. He's been good. He went off to Trembath. Trembath was knocked after he'd kicked it. So a downfield free kick will result
and Taylor was
at least a Park Orchard score.
Taylor was determined to give Park Orchards a goal down the ground.
Well, when that sort of stuff happens, you start to see a side probably knowing that their grand final is just about done. As Heffernan comes in, can he finish off the Saints here? They're 22 points up, the Sharks. He puts it through. It's now a 28-point lead. 9-10, 64 Park Orchard. South Belgrave 6 straight 36. And that margin continues to grow, and certainly with that end being the scoring end of the ground, you did think at three-quarter time that South Belgrave probably had to be in front and had to be at least 2 or 3 goals up to really have a good chance. So now it's gone the other way, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Yep, and all of a sudden Park Orchards are nearly double South Belgrave's score. Nearly. Here we go again. They need something from this one. Do South Belgrave. It's really starting to unravel for them now. Crashing through, trying to make the most of the opportunity was Hunter Morgan. And I wouldn't be surprised if the last 10 minutes of this game, the sting will be taken out of it. Makrikanis, high ball towards the forward line. The punch came over the top from Pepper. Ball going nowhere. Good slap forward for South Belgrave. Taken by Hetherington, and the Saints will go forward, but the intercept mark taken very easily. That's the first inside 50 of the quarter for South Belgrave. Pretty damning start, really. Mitch Schaefer now exits defence onto the wing, and we've seen plenty of ball-ins from this part of the ground. 10 minutes gone. Half a quarter left, and premiership glory for the Park Orchards reserves side will be theirs. Hetherington tackled over the line again. Back into play. South Belgrave playing in front in the ruck that time. Going nowhere. 9-10, 64 to 6 straight, 36. South Belgrave perhaps flattering themselves on the scoreboard with their accuracy. Just one-handed and a kick forward by Neil Swetoff. Intercepted, though, by South Belgrave. That was really well read. Kicked it into the pocket. South Belgrave are going to get anywhere near this margin. Something's going to have to come from this campaign forward. They kept it low. Beautiful little disruption by Tom Makrakanis. Oh, escaping, though. This is interesting, though, by Morgan. Able to get to a teammate inside forward 50. Just the one shark back there. He's got a bit of work to do. Hetherington, however, sees the open goal and is going to slam one home for the Saints. They get one back. So I did say it. Something needed to come from that attack forward, and it did. Their 7th straight goal.
Well, it's incredible accuracy. 7 straight to 9-10. So 22 points. This game really should be done, but
Yep.
just very, very, very slightly the door is still open.
Indeed, yeah. Park Orchards can't take the foot off the gas.
Yeah, like I certainly don't see them losing from here, but they can't. You're right. They can't.
Yeah, there was a warning shot. I would say it was a warning shot, and that's, I think, how Park Orchards need to interpret that goal.
Park Orchards wanted a 6-6-6 there as one player late to get to his position. It would have been Stapleton, but nothing called. So we'll back in the middle once again. 22-point lead for the Sharks. As the ball goes forward, Geordie Daff kicked a goal in the opening term. Goes in the direction of Benson at ground level. They clear this one out there, the Sharks. Bouncing towards us on the wing. We'll get a stoppage.
That was really well trapped by Jared Nicholson in the pocket there. Just went on the one hand, let it bounce into his hands, and then...
Very composed.
Yeah, very composed, exactly.
So ball up here, tapped down, stolen away here for the Saints. That was through Smith. We'll get a boundary throw in. Beautiful day at Pinks Reserve. We've got the senior game to follow between these two clubs. And yes, that will be the same uniform they'll be wearing. South Belgrave in their white clash strip. So the two sides will play in 3 grand finals this year. The reserves, seniors and senior women's. And at the moment, it looks like it might be Park Orchards that are 2-zip. As this one scored across the line. Almost 14 minutes gone in this one. A boundary throw in. Tap behind. Smart little tap there. Morgan got a hold of it. As they go forward again, in front position, couldn't quite take the mark with Scarlett. And he had Sharks around him. That was a big tackle. It was an important one for Geordie Daff.
Probably one of their best today, Geordie Daff.
Yeah, he's been good. I don't think there's been one real key standout across the field. Park Orchards probably had a pretty even contribution.
Definitely.
It's wrapped up there, Pruden. Benson. Said that a couple of times, I think, today. Get a ball up just outside the back half.
Very aggressive tackle by Tate Lorb there.
He's had a couple of those, hasn't he, today?
He has indeed.
So we're about 55 out from goal for South Belgrave. Can they master anything here? Inside 50, Daff couldn't quite take it. And the Sharks look to repel very quickly towards the broadcast side. They're unable to keep that in. We'll get a boundary throw in.
Time slowly slipping away for South Belgrave. Did get perhaps what might have been a rallying goal by Hetherington, but they've not been able to find momentum from it. Park Orchards will be happy to make this a stoppage-heavy game. At this point, Wetoff gets the tap down. Costa, though, roved it well. Inside forward 50 for the Sharks, but there were Saints even, but there were 3 Sharks there, and Mitch Schaefer takes the mark, sends it laterally to Lenny Hickey. Onto the wing. Oh, 3-on-1 situation that was nearly won by Heffernan, but the Saints, they'll win out, send it back forward, and once again the outnumber, this time in favour of the Sharks. Good mark, Lenny Hickey again. Very steady down back. Played some senior games this year, has Lenny Hickey, and then it was Mitch Schaefer, finds Nicholson. Left half back for the Sharks. That's a high kick. The wind could take a hold of it if it decides to, but it was the bounce instead that took it over the boundary line. 16.5 minutes gone. Not long left. And you'd say the deficit would be way too much by this point. 22 points it is. South Belgrave needing 4 goals in perhaps just like a little bit over 4 minutes. 9-10-64 to 7 straight 42. Thanks for joining us on the Facebook and YouTube streams here at Pinks Reserve. Wetoff gets the kick away, and this would be the sealer because the mark's been taken in the forward line by Josh Vogt. And it's goal number 24 on offer for this man. Taking his time. And this will be a big moment because it will seal the deal for the Sharks. Will it go to the goal line? It will. Straight, accurate, and ultimately supreme. And Park Orchards, they will be premiers in the reserves grade of Division 1 for 2025. As Josh Vogt kicks his second goal.
Yeah, that's right.
10-10-70 to 7 straight 42. 18 minutes gone in this final quarter. Back into the middle. Wetoff to take the ruck duties. Premiership ruckman he'll be. Busting his way through to get the handball away was Hartnett. Emerging with it was that was Daff. Into the middle of the ground though. Trembath was able to turn it over. It went from Vipond and now to Hartnett again. His kick went forward into the pocket. Vogt, can he get a third on the board? And the second in a minute. Yes, he can. It's party time for the Sharks. Josh Vogt kicks Park Orchards' 11th goal of the day. 11-10-76 to 7 straight 42. And the Saints looking forlorn now as they know their fate is sealed. Back into the middle of the ground. Back into the middle of Pinks Reserve. Kilsyth Football Club, of course, putting on a good show today. They've definitely got a brilliant setup here. Geordie Daff out of the middle. 3 Sharks there, though. Oh, just the bounce just eluded Monks. South Belgrave not able to take advantage. So the Sharks had all the numbers. South Belgrave Oh, the tackle, the handball by Newcomb was affected by the tackle over the boundary line. It went.
Do you tell him I'm under the weather?
20 minutes gone, so we're in time on. The handball into the pocket, came from the ruck contest. Makrakanis kicked it across the ground. It was a dangerous kick, spilt out of the hands of Kelly, though. Well, South Belgrave will get it back as Park Orchards, they did look to exit defence. Good step there by Scriven, but his kick just faded with the wind and was never going to get anywhere near the goal line, and the mark's now been taken by Mason Whitnish, and the Sharks will exit defence.
So out of defence they go. Handball directly towards the boundary line. Over it goes. So as you said, 11-10, 76 to 7 straight 42. 21 scoring shots to 7. And the margin is obviously, as we said, was finally starting to reflect the game. Has been a dominant performance from the Sharks. They're going to walk away with the Division 1 Reserves Premiership, and for their sake, they'll be hoping a repeat in the senior grand final to follow. As the ball is brought back into play here. Not long to go before the final siren. And a holding free kick here going the way of the Saints. Back in towards the corridor. And we get another stoppage, Jared.
So 1 on the board for the Dominarians. On grand final day. 22 minutes gone, whistle's gone, blood rule. And it'll look like it'll be the big ruckman, number 46. Who we've not had on our score sheet, on our team sheet. I do want to guess it's Spencer Richards-West. So it does kind of look like him. Back up we go. Witt off to take the ruck contest against Tate Lorb, who's not lacking for aggression. Tried to swipe it off the ground with his boot, gave the don't argue, ran into a tackle, holding the ball. Bit of bluster from the man with the dreads. But it'll be Lenny Hickey to take the free kick. Mason Whitnish takes the mark, and it'll be his hands in which the ball ends up. Last kick of the day at Park Orchards.
Oh, we're the mighty Sharks. A fighting fury, we're the mighty Sharks. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, we'll never mind. We'll fight and fight, and we know we're the mighty Sharks.
Some silverware back to Domineer Reserve tonight. But of course they will hang around the reserves team to see whether or not their senior side can make it 2 pieces of silverware.
Yeah, that's right. The game to follow the senior game, but the right side certainly got up in the end.
Yep.
34-point winners. A dominant performance. Really after quarter time, it was a very one-sided game, and South Belgrave just hung around there because they were very accurate and converted their opportunities. But yeah, certainly a big win for Park Orchards, and I'll hope that might give the senior boys a bit of a boost when they come out on the field.
Indeed.
But that's it for us, and hang around on the stream because we'll have the presentations on ground level. You'll get ready for the senior grand final. Ready to go. Thank you for joining me again.
welcome to the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final presentations. Big commiserations to the South Belgrave Football Club and congratulations to Park Orchards, Division 1 Reserves Premiers for 2025. I'd like to start today's presentation by welcoming EFNL board member Leon Bailey, who will present our best on ground. Congratulations to Park Orchards player number 18, Niels Wittoff, best on ground. We'll now start the medal presentation. Number 6, Jacob Verpond. Number 10, Lex Harnett. Number 18 and best on ground, Niels Wittoff. Number 21, Josh Food. Number 23, Mason Whitnish. Number 26, Tyler Prunty. Number 31, Ben Panzer. Number 32, Luke Cormack. Number 33, Ben Monks. Number 36, Dwayne Johnson. Number 37. Number 37, Stefan D'Souza. Number 40, Jake Trembath. Number 45, Max Morton. Number 50, Sam Sakatos. Number 51, James Dempsey. Number 52, Tom Heffernan. Number 54, Lenny Hickey. Number 56, Alec Gleason. Number 58, Tom Macronis. Number 67, Braden Scott. Number 68, Ethan Harvey. Number 73, Jared Nicholson. Number 79, Andy Ballinger. And now for the support staff, team manager, Peter Nicholson. Runner, Trevor Scott. And the assistant coaches, Jack Bandery. Darren Whitnish. Ben Perkins. I'll now ask for the captain to come up, number 57, Mitch Schaefer. And the coach, Jared Morgan. Jared, I'll just get you to say a few words, please.
Firstly, congratulations to South Belgrave. It's been tough competition all year. You guys have been the yardstick last year and even this year as well. So we always have to play our best to get by you guys, and we've really appreciated the year. So thanks very much and well done. To Park Orchards Football Club, Netball Club, thanks very much for the work you guys do, trainers, strength and conditioning staff. But lastly, to the players here to go through the season undefeated. It's a fantastic achievement, and it wasn't over until the last quarter, so well done. Thanks to everyone. Thanks very much.
I'll now ask Leon Bailey to present the Premiership Cup to the Park Orchards Football Club. Congratulations.
Sharks are fighting fury with the mighty sharks. In any weather you will see us with the grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, we'll never mind. We'll fight and win. Oh, we're the mighty sharks. We'll never weaken till the final siren's gone. We're the mighty sharks, the white, red and black. Oh, we're the mighty red, white and black. Oh, we're the mighty sharks. Sharks. In any weather you will skin. If we're behind, we'll never mind. We'll fight and fight. We know we're the mighty Sharks. We'll never weaken till the final siren's gone. We're the mighty Sharks, the white, red,